I'm Mr. Class, and today I will teach you how to negotiate like a pro. Did you know you can be successful in negotiations without being aggressive, manipulative, or overly confident? In fact, some of the best negotiators in the world are just really good at listening, repeating what they hear, and in subtle ways, making it seem like they are not in charge. Today, I'm going to teach you 9 powerful negotiation techniques used by leading negotiators, including FBI agents, big shot CEOs, and even little toddlers who always get dessert. Haha. Now let's break down negotiation step by step. Part 1. Start with structure. First and foremost, good negotiation starts with structure. Here's a basic 7-step roadmap. 1. Assess the situation. What's at stake? What do you really want? 2. Prepare in advance. Research, rehearse, and know your facts. 3. Collect information. The more you know about your counterpart, the better. 4. Understand your position and alternatives. What is your walkaway point? 5. Empathize and build trust. This part isn't fluffy. It really is strategic. 6. Bundle and frame your offer. Position it as a win-win package. And 7. Close the deal. Or don't. Yes, you heard that correctly. Negotiations are about getting what you want and coming out with a better result than when you got started. So if you have that opportunity to close, do so confidently and clearly. But if things don't work out and don't look good for you, do not be afraid to walk away. So keep this 7-step structure in mind as we dive into the tools that make great negotiators effective. Part 2. Mirroring. Let's start with mirroring, one of the easiest tools to use. It's as simple as repeating the last few words the other person said. That's it. Now, let's say someone in a business negotiation says, "I just don't think this budget works for us." So then you mirror with, "This budget doesn't work for you?" And then pause. Yep, it's that simple. Mirroring makes people feel heard, encourages them to explain more, and often reveals deeper motivations. It also slows the conversation down and gives you time to think. Part 3. Labeling. Now that you're listening closely, use labeling. Labeling is when you say something like, it seems like you're frustrated by the timeline. Or, it sounds like you're under a lot of pressure. See, you're not judging. You're observing situations and emotions. Labels help neutralize negative emotions and reinforce positive ones. Even if your label isn't 100% right, people will often correct you, and that can be very useful information as well. The magic words for labeling are the following. It seems like ... It sounds like ... It looks like ... Yep, it's that simple, and yet it is very effective. Part 4. Delivery matters. What you say is important, but it's also about how you say it. That is the secret sauce. In negotiations, use a calm, downward inflecting voice. Keep it slow and smooth. Avoid sounding high-pitched or rushed. Even adding a pause can be a power move. See what I did there? Well, just remember, work on your delivery and control the tempo, and this will allow you to control the tone of the conversation. Part 5. Body language and speech patterns. People don't always say what they mean. That's why great negotiators watch body language and speech patterns, sometimes even more than words. Now look at your counterpart. Are they avoiding eye contact? Are their words inconsistent with their tone? Are they suddenly defensive? Look for mismatches, like someone saying, "Sure, that works," while crossing their arms and leaning back with a stern face. Make sure you pick up on these type of things. And also, pay attention to your own body language. Keep an open posture, firm yet relaxed. Keep steady eye contact, and make sure to nod while listening. All of this will help build trust. Part 6. The Illusion of Control. Do you want to steer a negotiation without looking pushy? You should give your counterpart a feeling of control. Use calibrated questions, open-ended questions that give the illusion of control. Ask things like the following: how would you like to move forward? Or, what's the biggest challenge you're facing here? Or perhaps, how can we make this work for both sides? These type of questions make people feel heard and respected, and at the same time, you are secretly guiding them toward your preferred outcome. So give it a try. Part 7. Framing. Framing is about how you present your offer or message. Think of whether you should focus on gains or losses, and how it can be presented in the most effective manner. Here's an example. This will save you $500 a month. It's very differently from the following. If you don't switch, you'll lose $6,000 this year. You see the difference? Framing taps into emotional drivers like fear, pride, or opportunity. So ask yourself what matters most to your counterpart. Put yourself in their shoes, then present your message with that perspective in mind. Part 8. Bargaining. When it's time to talk numbers or conditions, you should bargain using effective tactics and a solid strategy. Never open with your final offer. Instead, anchor high or low to set the frame. Remember that negotiations go through several stages. And don't rush. You can even let silence do some of the heavy lifting. Say something and then pause. Let it sit for a while. Throughout the course of a negotiation, make sure to keep calm and be patient. Remain confident in the process and let it play out. And finally, remember that good negotiators aim for a result both sides can accept. It's not about domination. It's about win-win. Part 9. Planning and Tactics. Make sure that you are prepared when going into a negotiation. Always go in with a plan, and make sure to have more than one option. Think of negotiation as a problem-solving exercise, not a battle. Bring proposals, not ultimatums. And try using tactics like the following: anchoring high or low, depending on your position. Creating deadlines. Make sure to have some timeline around it. And also, offer bundled solutions. That's usually more effective. So be flexible when necessary, and remember that negotiation is a collaborative effort. In conclusion, here's a key message. Negotiation isn't about being aggressive or about winning. It's about listening, guiding, and solving. With tools like mirroring, labeling, a solid delivery, and a structured approach, anyone can get better at negotiations. So next time you negotiate, whether it's for a raise, a new apartment, or even where to eat dinner, try using at least one of these techniques. You might be surprised at how powerful it feels to be friendly, stay calm, and yet still get what you want. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you'd like to learn more through Mr. Class. And feel free to drop a comment about your favorite negotiation trick. See you next time.